this is Jodi. Thanks for joining me today. I'm so excited to show you the new Stampin' Up! Blendabilities alcohol-based markers. These markers are so much fun to play with, especially if you enjoyed coloring as a child. You will love to play with these markers. This is a card that I did with the new individual stamp. It's called Blended Bloom, and I colored on this one using Rich Razzleberry. Today I want to demonstrate how to do this, and I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler instead of Rich Razzleberry just to change it up a little bit. So when you order a package of Stampin' Up! Blendabilities, they come 3 in a package. There's a dark, medium, and light marker, all of the same color. So dark, medium, and light shades of Cherry Cobbler. They're labeled here on the side. If you forget which is which, it's real easy to figure that out. Each of the markers has a fine point end and a brush end, which is designated by this line here. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and start. Actually, I should tell you, I used Whisper White cardstock. You're definitely going to want Whisper White, and the new Memento Ink pad. So I stamped the Blended Bloom image on Whisper White using the Memento Ink. Now, the first thing you need to realize is that there are going to be endless options when you use Blendabilities. I'm actually going to use the other side first, the fine point end. Every time you use these, you're going to get a different look, and that's the beauty of it. You can play and just have fun and experiment a little bit and see what different types of looks you can get. So I'm taking the the thin end of the dark marker and just going around the edges a little bit, just kind of just a gentle glide stroke across the cardstock. I'm just staying around the edges of the petals. I won't do all of them, but just to give you a little bit of an idea. And then after the dark, I'm going to move to the medium, and I'm going to go over the color that's already there, because what I don't want any defined lines. I want these lines to blend. I want it to be a gradual change from dark to light. And so I want the colors to blend together. And so I'll just pull some of that dark in. The more you go over it, the easier it blends together. So you're not going to be able to just go, like one time like this and have it blended. You need to work the two colors together. And I just do kind of little circular motions. So I'll just continue with this. And obviously the longer, the more you do this, the darker the petals or whatever you're coloring will be. Quick note, it will bleed through. So make sure that you have some scrap paper underneath so that you don't get it on a surface that would be damaged. So I'll go back in now with the light. Same thing. I don't want to just color in the remaining spots here with the light because it's not blended like that. So what I want to do is work it and pull that color in, pull that medium color down into the light. So it's a gradual change. Okay, so this technique, what I did was started with the light, went to medium, oh my gosh, I don't know if I said that right. Started with the dark, then medium, then light. Now what I want to do is I'm going to use the light and use the brush end. And this time I'm going to start on this side just to show you a little bit of a different look. I am going to use the side of this brush end and just color the entire petal. So I'm just over here going around and over the entire petal. Okay, I'll just do a few just to show you. Now I'm going to take the dark, which, yes, is this one, and I'm going to take the dark and go over what's already colored. So just around the edges. So the same type of thing as far as where I'm placing each color. This time I just have that base of light color underneath everything. And then the same thing here with the medium. And again, that goal of blending and just pulling that color down. And you'll see that I'm using just a circular motion on that. I really just think it's fun that every time you do it, it just turns out a little bit differently, and you can really just be creative and play and see what different kinds of looks you can get. Okay, so you can see that it's pretty obvious where the light is. So what I want to do one more time is take this light one and just go over it again. And I'm going back up into the medium and even into the dark. Just pulling those colors together. Okay, so you can see they look similar, and that's what I said, you know, every time it's going to be different. So this we just did dark, medium, light. This side we started with light over the whole thing, added the dark and medium, and just kind of pull them down together. Regardless of what technique you use, you're going to love these markers because of that vibrant color. It is just so dynamic to see the image just pop off of the page using the Blendabilities. Another fun thing is that not only can you stamp your image and color with the Blendabilities, but you can also take the Blendabilities and color our basic rhinestones. This one was done in Rich Razzleberry. This is now Cherry Cobbler. And our basic pearls, the first one again was Rich Razzleberry, and this one is Cherry Cobbler. So you can use these basic embellishments, and with the Blendabilities, customize them to whatever project you're doing. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you give Blendabilities a try. I'm sure that you'll love them. For daily creative inspiration, visit my blog or find me on Facebook at Jodi Reinert Stamps.